Draining the swamp. Welcome to the Patriot Hour, Sunday, August 12th, 8/12/2018. All right, folks, just pieced together a little bit there of one of my meme videos. All right, Mega Q meme drops. Just kind of highlighted a few things there I thought were needed to be reminded. All right, there's nothing wrong with going back and reminding yourselves, rereading. All right. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping in. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, maybe after the video and stuff like that. Take a look in the comment section and share amongst all of your social media platforms, all right? It's very important that we share everything that we find out, all right? We got some new QAnon drops, breadcrumbs, updates. And let's jump right on in, all right? Last one I did was 1855. We're now moving up to 1856, all right? Q, 1856. This came at 12:36, just after noon, all right? So 12:36 p.m. Eastern Standard. We got a CNN.com video here. Politics, John Kelly, Omarosa tape, meet the press. Integrity violations equal leaks. Recording a privileged and confidential meeting with the White House. COS. What documents are assigned prior to entering the White House that you will not be secretly recording? What documents were added to the POTUS by POTUS specifically prior to allowing staff to join his administration? What documents were added later by POTUS specifically targeting leaks? Why was fake news infiltrated by this? Sample. Tons of articles here. Fake leaks, stop the leaks, non-disclosures. White House staff signed non-disclosure agreements, USA Today. We'll click on one here. Trump pushed White House staff to sign disclosure agreements. This is back on March 18th of 2018. President Trump asked senior White House staff members to sign confidentiality agreements, much like he did as a private citizen, according to a reported column in the Washington Post. Post columnist Ruth Marcus wrote she obtained a draft of a non-disclosure agreement, calling it a doozy. If found violating the NDA, staffers would be penalized $10 million to be paid to the government. She wrote that $10 million figured likely was watered down in any final version because the people she spoke to about the agreement didn't remember that jaw-dropping sum. All right, enough of that ad-ridden page. Why would a person openly broadcast criminal violation? Do they feel protected? Who do they report to? If known in advance, could this be an advantage? These people are stupid. Enjoy the show. Q. All right, moving on up here to 1857. This came at 13:06. All right, 1:06 p.m. Q, you made the grade. Great story. Positive. Q quotes. Q puts fair and balanced. This is a Gateway Pundit. The Gateway Pundit. Over the last week, Washington Post, New York Times, CNN, NBC News, CBS News, and Bloomberg, The New Yorker, Vox. Hold on here. All right. The Daily Beast all have written a crap load of stories over Q. We all knew that, all right? So the last 20, 30 articles that we read were all very similar, had the same kind of, heartbeat to them. So over the course of the last month, the cultural and political phenomenon known as QAnon movement has been categorically attacked by nearly every major legacy media organization in the U.S., which appears to be a coordinated effort to mischaracterize and discredit it in rapid succession. Notably, left-leaning publications from the Washington Post, New York Times, USA Today, Bloomberg, to magazines like the New Yorker, Newsweek, and Fortune, to national and cable news outlets such as NBC News, CNN, CBS, and even MSNBC. And even national broadcasting services such as PBS and BBC have all shined in concert a glaringly critical spotlight on the whole movement. All right, 1 second here, folks. All right, I had headphone issues, all worked out. Okay, so you could read this one. It's a great, better than normal. I'll scan through a little more here. By all objective standards, the popularity of the movement is on the rise, yet QAnon remains by design inherently mysterious. No one knows QAnon's actual identity, as the information is exclusively published on the anonymous forum 8chan, in an age of increasingly characterized by big tech profiteering from the sale of users' private metadata and algorithm-based censorship. 8chan remains one of the last online vestiges that values freedom of thought, speech, and information. Some Anon researchers believe QAnon is associated with the Q group, the NSA's secretive security and counterintelligence directorate, all right, of which little is publicly known. If this is the case, QAnon would help certainly hold a security clearance equivalent to that of the Department of Defense top secret security clearance. QAnon's content is equally enigmatic, embedded with multiple levels of meaning, mirrored codes, infographics, markers, connections, video clips, original photographic images, and coordinated timestamps, all converging into a highly sophisticated information treasure map of sorts. QAnon has stated that the communications must be expressed in an indirect manner, as the specific details are sensitive classified material which by law cannot be openly stated. These communications have inspired a 24/7 global research gathering on 8chan's Q Research Board, composed of tens of thousands of anonymous researchers who scour all open source information, and so on, folks. All right, QAnon's central theme is President Trump's, along with patriotic elements of the U.S. military and intelligence community, are currently in a real-time battle to disrupt and dismantle highly corrupt, criminal, and oftentimes seditious governmental and private sector corporation systems in the U.S. and internationally. President Trump and his alliance are preparing to expose and prosecute these layers upon layers of identified bad actors who are the authors and operators of this systematic corruption. Many in higher echelons of the legacy media infrastructure are also implicated. All right, so honestly, it's not a bad piece. It's a little bit more accurate and explains it in a better fashion. All right, we're going to move on up here. That was 1857, right? Fair and balanced. All right, so now we're going to go up here to 1858. This came at 1313, 1:13 p.m. We got a article here. I don't think real Donald Trump understands he is being removed from that office one way or another. If the law fails America, we will remove him with our bare hands. He only has 1/5 of America's support, and they are mostly cowardly, out of shape, poor, and uneducated rednecks. I don't know about you all, but I'm in great shape, not poor, highly educated. Although I am in the country, I am not a redneck, and most definitely not a coward. And then he puts BITCH, threatening to remove POTUS with her bare hands. You are a majority by far, and growing. Fake news purpose is to protect false narrative. Q. All right, then we move up here to 1859. This came 1322, 1:22 p.m. We got an anonymous poster here of the article from earlier, or the account, Satan. I miss you, son, at Real Donald Trump. This Twitter account was referenced for a very specific reason. Holds many questionable messages from people of power/influence. These accounts are run by big names. So he's referring to these actual accounts on Twitter. Who's running them, all right? People with very big names are behind it, folks, all right? We are the majority, all right? We're growing by far. Everyone's learning the truth. You can't be on the better side than the truth. Dark to light, folks, dark to light. These people sign non-disclosures. We got people recording in the White House secretly, other people, and then coming on the news and doing it right out in the open. What makes them think they're so protected? Do we believe in coincidences, folks? Truth to power, all right? Dark to light, exposing it all. All right, so we read the new Q drops. Let's take a look over here real fast at the verified Donald J. Trump. All right. We'll go 8 hours ago. Bob Mueller, isn't your whole investigation premised on a fake dossier paid for by Hillary, created by a man who hates Donald Trump, and used to con a FISA court judge? Bob, I really think it's time for you to give up on your phony investigation. No collusion. At Government Mike Huckabee, your paycheck is bigger, your pension is stronger. At Fox and Friends, unemployment numbers are better than they have been in 50 years and perhaps ever. Our country is booming like never before, and it'll even get better. Many companies moving back to the USA. Many at Harley Davidson owners plan to boycott the company if manufacturing moves overseas. Great. Most other companies are coming in our direction, including Harley competitors. A really bad move. U.S. will soon have a level playing field or better. Seems like the Department of Justice and FBI had a program to keep Donald Trump from becoming president. If this had happened to the other side, everybody involved would be in jail. This is a media cover-up of the biggest story of our time. All right, so we had read that one earlier. It doesn't hurt to read it again. All right, folks, so we read the newest QAnon drops, breadcrumbs, tweets, or post, Donald Trump's tweets, all right? Thanks for stopping by. Please, please, please check the comment section, leave a comment. Like, share across all your social media platforms while you still can. And just thank you in general for joining us today, enjoying the show. Again, you guys make the channel. Some of the best subscribers on YouTube are with the Patriot Hour. So we appreciate it. Keep doing everything you're doing, and keep dropping comments to point anybody that watches the show in the right direction. You guys have been doing great. We appreciate it. Here soon, I will be back with another update video, probably here in a few hours. I'm working on something, and if any new Q drops, I'll jump back on. Thanks for joining. We'll see you back here real soon. God bless, Godspeed to each and every one of you worldwide, and have a great late afternoon into your evening. We'll see you back here real soon.
You know what letter that is, Grover?
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a Q.
I found it.